Now we're going to go on to the letters that have only straight sides in them. But we're going to go from some of the easier ones to some of the more complex ones. So we're going to start out with the father of all straight letters, which is the L. Let me hold the paper down here, and we're holding our pencil at our 45-degree angle, but in the center. Now remember, an L is an ascender, which means it goes up. So we're taking this block, this row, as our row to right, but we have an L, which goes up, meaning that our L is just simply going to be straight lines right there. Okay? And just as simple is the letter I. Holding it at a 45-degree angle, we're making the straight line, sorry, not so straight, closing it up, and we're just making the dot above it. All right? Notice that the I occupies this line while the L ascends or goes up, making it taller than the I. Our next letter is going to be the T, which is exactly the same as the L. Bring them straight down, but at the bottom we're going to go up just like that. Just like that. Okay? Close it at the top, and right about here, right over the line, because the T also ascends 2 blocks, and what we do is 45-degree angle, we put the top one on the line, light again, put the top one on the line and pull it across. Again, close it, and that's our T. Okay? And those were pretty simple ones. Our next one is a little more complex, but watch carefully because you're going to see what we have to do with it. It's the K. Now, the K is going to be an L, a T, any others, but the line starts here next to this line, not in the center like these two did. Okay? So we pull our lines down like this, as straight as possible, and we close them off. All right? Now, we're only going to work in this box, so do not let any of your lines come up in here. So 45 degrees, we're going to pull this line right like that, and right from here, we're going to pull this line down. And there's your K. There's your K. Notice this part of the K stays in this block. It does not go up here with the ascender. All right, this is where we start making the mistake because we want to pull lines up like this. No. The small letter K stays here, right? And just bring it out. All right? So these are the simple ones, the L, I, T, and K. Practice those for a while. We're also going to look at the V, W, X, Y, and Z, the last letters of the alphabet, which are also made with completely straight lines. The difference is, instead of being straight lines down, some of them are diagonal. All right? So let's start with the letter V, and we're doing the same thing. 45 degrees, we're bringing it down to the center, right? And we're going to do exactly the same thing, but remember, since we have a 45-degree angle, our line is going to look like this, okay? Which means when we color these in, this is going to be a much thinner line than this side, all right? Again, let me pull this over. Again, we're going to start and bring it down to the center, and then we go to the other corner, and we 45 degrees, and we bring that down right to there. All right, and then we know that we close that, we close that, and we close that. And that's going to be our V. Now, our W is a double V, actually. So we're going to work in this line because one of our letters, the Y, is not an ascender, but rather a descender. It goes down. So first, let's take a look at the W. The W is going to take almost 2 blocks. We're going to do exactly what we did with the V. We bring it down, and then we start right here where we were before, and we bring it down. Whoops, sorry, one of them's coming out, and down. So we actually make the 2 V's together. Now remember to close these in so they look normal, and that's our W. Okay, notice that it does not take the 2 blocks completely, otherwise it would be very wide. Okay, let's take a look at the W again here. Again, just like the V, down to the center, up to the top, 45 degrees. All right, start at the exact same place, come down again, and down. Close them off. And there's your W. All right. Our next letter then is the X. And the X, let me continue moving over this way. Right? Our X is going to stay in 1 block. You come down like the V, but instead of stopping here in the center, you're going to come the whole way over to the other corner. 1 corner to the other corner. So here we go, 45 degrees. Boom, just like that. And that closes, all right? And now you start at this corner, 45 degrees, right there, and you come down. Right? Notice that because of your angle, some of the sides are thinner, some of the sides are thicker. This is what makes an interesting letter. So again, in the corner, 45 degrees, down to the other corner. Corner, 45 degrees. You're bringing it down. You have almost just 1 line. Close it, close it, close it. Remember to close it at an angle. Right there you go. All right. Our Y, as you start learning them, they just start getting more and more simple. All right. So the Y, we're going to do exactly the same thing as we did with the V, meaning that we're coming from the corner to the center. All right, from the corner to the center. Because you're basically going to make a V, but instead of stopping here, you're going to continue until it closes. All right, after it closes, you bring another one down and close that off. So this is our Y. Let's try that again. You're going to make a V right here in the center. Bring this one down, but instead of stopping, we continue. Continue until it closes, and then come right here and close it. Close it and close it. And that's our Y. All right. One more, we have the Z. All right, and this is just simply 45-degree angle, 1 across, 1 down, and 1 across. Close it, close it. All right. Now, if you want to, you can get a little fancy with the Z, and instead of going straight across, you can kind of have a curve. All right, bring it down and curve. See the difference? It's a little fancier. whichever way you choose. But once you start making lines, you realize that all of these letters are possible to make with the same straight lines.